Hello, I just wanted to record a quick video going over vertex coloring for PED YDDs. In case the text tutorial isn't helping you, you need to watch somebody do it in video format. Here we are. So I have this shirt. This is actually a GTA shirt, but I've erased the vertex colors so that I can show you how to do it. What you want to do is go down to this triangle, Object Data Properties panel, and go to this Color Attributes dropdown. If you have stuff already in here, like if you imported this from a different program that was using vertex colors for whatever reason, just delete them. Start from scratch. You click the plus button. The name of this is going to be color 0. If you're American, make sure you're spelling this with a U. Go to domain, that's going to be face corner. Data type is going to be byte color. Click in the color box, go to hex, and type in FF8000. It's going to be orange. Click OK. We can preview this by going up to the top, color and attribute, and here we have our nice orange. Our first vertex color, aka color 0, is for in-game lighting. So if you get a PED component in-game and you see that it has really weird shading, like if you're standing out in the middle of the sun and it's got really dark shading for some reason, you probably forgot to set your vertex colors. Let's add our second one now. Almost every PED YDD you do will have two, so get used to that. We're going to do color 1. Again, don't forget the U. Domain face corner, data type by color. Click in color, go to hex, it's 000. And on this alpha slider, slide this alpha all the way to 0. Why did we do that? Because color 1, aka vertex color 2, I know this is the numbers aren't great, has to do with wind and sweat effects. So if you're getting in game and your piece of clothing is shaking in the wind when you don't want it to, or you're in sunlight and you see it's shiny when it shouldn't be, that is probably because you have alpha, aka the slider we just turned to 0. You probably have alpha on your second vertex color. What we just did by turning it to 0 is completely nullifying all of those effects. If you want to add those effects back in, there are tutorials out there for painting vertex alpha back in to, whatever area you want that effect going on. So go watch some other video somewhere. I think Ultra has one, so I'll link his in the description if I find out that it's actually helpful. So here we have both our vertex colors. If you are not making an emissive piece of clothing, you are done. If you're finished with every other piece of it, then you're good to export. This should be good for in-game. If you are making an emissive piece of clothing, there are some different steps. So for this example, I'm going to cut out a little piece here. Yeah, good old triangulation. So for a piece of the clothing that we want to be glowing, like let's say I want all of this to be not glowing, but I want this little square in the middle, well, rectangle in the middle to be glowing in game, what I'm going to do is redo my vertex colors. This time my color 0, go to hex and I type in FFBAFF. It's going to be pink. Click OK. You should see a nice bright pink pop in. And color 1 remains the same. So we go 000 and turn the alpha back down. So it's the same as the non-glowing piece for color 1. The difference obviously is in color 0, aka what I said, the in-game lighting. So we want this piece to be glowing bright in-game. We're changing the vertex colors to assist with that effect. What you also need to do for a piece that is going to be emissive is, I'm going to open this up, go to Drawables, Shader Tools, and look for PED emissive. You cannot just use PED, you need to use an emissive material as well. So I'm just going to convert my active material, oops, I'm going to select it and then convert my active material to PED emissive. I don't know why it said PED default, that scares me, but I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. And so now This is good to go. My vertex colors are set to pink on color 0, and I'm using an emissive material. The only other thing I can think of that you might want to know for emissive is that if you go into value parameters, this is an emissive multiplier in here. So if you get in game and it's glowing, but you want it to glow more strongly, you can try turning this up. And I think with a new Sollumz update coming soon, this will look a little different, but just know that this emissive multiplier, it's on 1 to start. You can turn this up and it will be a little bit stronger of an effect. So otherwise, now this is also good to go. You can export this. This should do okay in game. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick preview of what that would look like in game. So here is the little piece in the middle that I turned emissive, and the rest is not glowing. As you can see, it is the dead of night, and this is what it would look like for you. Otherwise, you're done. It's over. Congrats. Good luck.